Have you ever wondered what a notice of demand is, or what Section 143 pertains to? Well, today, we dive into these two legal terms to demystify them for you. A notice of demand typically surrounds a legal scenario where one party owes another a certain debt. This notice is the formal way in which the owed party communicates to the debtor that they must pay up. This isn't a casual reminder but a legal document that sets out the specifics of the debt and the consequences if the debtor does not comply. It's serious business, and it's essential to understand the gravity of receiving such a notice. The notice of demand is composed of several key components. First, there's the identification of the debtor and creditor, in other words, who owes whom. Second, it outlines the nature of the debt, including its origin and amount. It's essential to be clear and precise here, leaving no room for ambiguity. Third, it includes the date by which the debtor needs to settle the debt. Lastly, it specifies the consequences of not meeting the demand, which can vary from legal action to penalties. Now, let's shift gears and talk about Section 143. This section pertains to the Income Tax Act of India and is an integral part of income tax assessment procedures. It's essentially a detailed set of rules that guides how tax authorities assess an individual's or a company's income tax returns. There are two main types of assessments under Section 143. The first is a summary assessment, which is an automatic process that the computer system at the Income Tax Department carries out. It checks the return for any arithmetic errors or incorrect claims that are apparent without requiring any detailed investigation. The second type of assessment is a scrutiny assessment. This is a more detailed examination of the tax return. Here, the assessing officer may find it necessary to ask for further documents or clarifications. It's a more in-depth process and is often carried out when there are complex tax matters involved or when there's a suspicion of tax evasion. To summarize, a notice of demand is a formal request for the payment of a debt, complete with specifics about the debt and the consequences of non-payment. Section 143, on the other hand, is a part of the Income Tax Act of India that outlines the process for assessing tax returns, either through a quick summary assessment or a more thorough scrutiny assessment. By understanding these terms, you can navigate the legal and financial landscapes with more confidence and ease. So the next time you hear Notice of Demand or Section 143, you'll know exactly what they mean and how they apply. Knowledge is power. And in this case, it's the power to understand and handle your financial obligations responsibly.